Morning, welcome to Ainsley News. It's Tuesday, the 2nd of February. Today we're talking the WGC 2020 World Gold Demand Trends. It's that time of the year when we get the World Gold Council release their full year gold demand trends report. This time for that year we will never forget, 2020. As it was in so many ways, the year was one of contradictions in the gold market as well. In the year we saw a new all-time high price, we also saw weaker than average demand, despite record demand in ETFs over the full year. Let's look at their key takeaways. First image here, GDT Q4 2020, the front cover. Slight reduction there from 2019. Price, the US gold dollar returned 25% in 2020, supported by investor demand. After reaching a record high in August across most currencies, the LBMA gold price PM dropped back to US $1,762 an ounce at the end of November, before recovering to close the year at US $1,887 per ounce. Investment inflows into global gold ETFs reached an annual record of 877.1 tons. Increased uncertainty and the policy response to the pandemic likely fueled consistent inflows through October, before a recovery in sentiment and a drop in the gold price likely led to 130 tons of outflows in Q4. Demand for gold bars and coins grew 10% in Q4. A recovery in China and India in the second half of 2020 added to continued strength in Western markets to lift annual demand to 896.1 tons. That's up 3%. Here's an image here showing that increase over 2019 to 2020 for bar coins, India, China, and gold-backed ETFs. Jewelry, 2020 marked a record low for gold jewelry demand. Despite a quarterly recovery in Q4, demand was unable to overcome the continued challenges presented by COVID-19. Here's that jewelry graph here from 1995 through to 2020, so you can see that drop there. Central banks. Global buying by central banks slowed sharply in 2020, almost 60% lower at 273 tonne. Q4 saw a return to net buying, and global officials' reserves grew by 44.8 tonnes during the quarter, more than reversing the 6.5 tonnes of net sales from Q3. Here's a graph here outlining that. Quite significant drop there in 2020. Supply. Total supply fell in 2020 by 4% year on year to 4,633 tonne, the largest annual decline since 2013. The drop was primarily due to disruptions caused by the pandemic. Mine production declined 4% year on year, while the global hedge book fell by 65.1 tonne in 2020. Mine production declined 4% year on year, while the global hedge book fell by 65 tonne in 2020, more than reversing the small increase in hedging seen in 2019. Lockdown restrictions also impeded consumers' ability to sell back. The supply of recycled gold grew by only 1%, despite global or record gold prices in every market. That said, at 1,297 tonne, 2020 marks the highest level of recycling since 2012. Here's another graph here showing the disruption caused by COVID-19 squeezed mine production to a 5-year low. And that's our summary of that report here for the WGC 2020 World Gold Demand Trends. Remember AinsleyBullion.com.au for all things physical, Ainsley Wealth for all things cryptocurrency, and GoldSilverStandard.com for our own cryptocurrency built and backed by real gold and silver. We'll catch you tomorrow for more news.